This is American English Expressions. I'm Lori. In this episode, we're talking about expressions that sound musical, but none of them are actually about music. Instead, they're used in natural English conversation. To get the most out of this episode, check out the bonus material, a 2-page downloadable lesson that goes deeper than the audio alone. You'll get the full script so you can hear every word clearly, plus a lot more. If you love short videos, subscribe to my YouTube channel. The link to my channel and the bonus material is in the description. Let's get started! We all know someone who's musically talented. I have a friend who plays the piano by ear. This means he doesn't use sheet music. He hears a song and plays it on the piano with no practice or planning. Now here's a Lori story. Last Friday, my friends and I couldn't decide what to do over the weekend. It all depended on how exhausted we were from the work week. I said, let's play it by ear. Let's play it by ear. This meant instead of having a plan, we'd decide what to do as we went along. Just like my talented musical friend, playing it by ear means there's no formal planning. We just met at someone's house and eventually decided to go hiking. If you'd rather just see where the day takes you, you can play it by ear too. Here's another Lori story. When I started working for a Japanese company, my coworkers wanted to take me to a sushi restaurant. Having never tried sushi, I have to admit I was apprehensive. Could I really eat raw fish? I think I even tried to make some excuses so I wouldn't have to go. But after my first bite of a salmon roll, I changed my tune. Changed my tune. To change your tune means to change your opinion or attitude. I couldn't get enough of those delicious rolls, and now I crave sushi a few times a week. I definitely changed my tune. After that delightful dining experience, I wanted my family to try it. I kept telling them how great it tasted. In fact, I said it so many times, I sounded like a broken record. Sounded like a broken record. For our younger listeners, there was a time when records, flat discs made out of vinyl, were how you listened to your favorite songs. The record player, the device used to play the record, would sometimes malfunction, causing the record to skip and repeat the same line of the song over and over. It was extremely irritating. Similarly, when you repeatedly tell someone the same thing, they can also get irritated and say you sound like a broken record. Growing up, my dad told me to clean my room so many times that he sounded like a broken record. Sorry, Dad. On another note, let's talk about my students. On another note. Did you hear what I did there? I used a musical expression to change the topic, and you can too. I say this with my students when I'm going to change the subject. If you abruptly turn a discussion in a different direction without warning, it can confuse your audience. Using the expression on another note beforehand is a nice way to pivot. To pivot means to change direction. If you say on another note and start a new conversation, your listener can mentally leave the previous topic behind and get ready to focus on a new subject. Sometimes my younger students confide in me. They feel comfortable telling me things they don't want to tell their parents. I teach a 14-year-old girl who recently told me she didn't study for a big test. Her parents thought she did. She failed the test and was afraid to tell her parents. I said, you have to face the music and tell them. To face the music. To face the music means to admit you made a mistake and accept the consequences of your actions. Let's review. The next time you take a trip, maybe you don't want to follow a strict schedule. Have a few places to visit in mind and then play it by ear. See what you feel like doing at the time. Maybe normally you like to plan everything in advance, but once you experience the freedom of going where you want, when you want to, you might change your tune. One of my students hates following a schedule. He's told me that so many times he sounds like a broken record. On another note, let's talk about accepting consequences. Last week, my sister asked me to bring cookies to a party at her house. I forgot all about it, so I had to face the music and apologize. Please support me and the podcast by downloading the bonus material, posting a positive comment, or buying me a coffee so I can stay up all night and create more content. Thanks for listening!